vengeance shall be mine.
Hello everyone, my name is Ze.
My name is Rupert Wu.
My name is Ziran Ling.
My name is Diego Padron.
And my name is Austin Birch.
We are here today to talk to you about the revenge in video games.
Revenge themed video games give players a unique cathartic response.
Different genres of the video games develop connections with characters in a very different way.
There are four main types of video game genres. There's RTS, real-time strategy games, RPG, role-playing games, FPS, first-person shooter games, and ACT action games.
Generally, video games focus on giving a more empathic experience to the player, drawing them into the role of the character they are playing.
We only talk about two of them today, ACT games and RTS games, by using two examples, Warcraft 3 and God of War.
The God of War series consists of a trilogy of action games for Sony's PlayStation 2 and 3 consoles, with each game focusing on bloody fights against legendary creatures and puzzle solving across both historic and mythological ancient Greek settings. Spoiler alert. These games revolve around Kratos, a Spartan warrior who waged many wars against other Greek city-states. In one such war, Kratos' army was massacred, and in a desperate attempt to prevail, he pledged his life to Ares, the god of war, in exchange for aid. With his help, Kratos defeated his enemies and became Ares' life's servant. Over time, Kratos became mighty and bloodthirsty. Him from all worldly attachments and turn him into the ultimate warrior, Ares set Kratos up to kill his wife and daughter, leading a curse to be placed upon him. Decimated at what he had done, Kratos renounced his service to Ares. Kratos served the gods for years as atonement, until Athens came under attack by Ares. To save her city, Athena asked Kratos to kill Ares, and he agreed to do this in exchange for forgiveness and relief from his nightmares. After much effort, Kratos finally defeated Ares, and although Athena granted him forgiveness, she could not rid him of his nightmares. Feeling abandoned, Kratos cast himself off a cliff, but Athena took pity on him and turned him into the new god of war. As a god, Kratos led his Spartans across Greece to wreak havoc to distract himself from his nightmares, earning the hatred of the other gods of Olympus. In an effort to stop his rampaging, Zeus tricked Kratos into giving up his godhood in order to defeat the Colossus of Rhodes, and then he killed him. However, Kratos was saved by the titan Gaia from the underworld, who then offered him an alliance so that they both may have revenge on the Olympians. Accepting this, Kratos embarked for the Isle of Creation, battling its inhabitants in order to travel back in time to defeat Zeus at Rhodes. Just when he was about to finish him, however, Athena intervened to save Zeus, who managed to flee. Enraged at her defiance, Kratos impaled her with his blade, and in her dying words, Athena revealed that Kratos is the son of Zeus and her brother, and that Zeus tried to kill him to prevent the cycle of son killing father from repeating. After a moment of obvious shock and shame, Kratos asserted that he has no father, and vowed to destroy Olympus and all its gods, traveling back in time to the battle that led to the defeat of the Titans, in order to bring them back to the present and march on Mount Olympus. A fierce battle raged between Kratos' Titans and the Olympians, who came down in their full force from Mount Olympus to fight for their lives. Kratos brutally killed Poseidon, but as he came to face Zeus, he struck him with lightning. Holding on to Gaia to avoid falling from Mount Olympus, she betrayed Kratos and let him die, falling from Mount Olympus, since the Titans didn't need him anymore. Enraged at this new betrayal, Kratos made his way out of the underworld with a reborn Athena's help, killing Hades and escaping death, in order to go back to Mount Olympus and end this. Once Kratos arrived, prepared to battle Zeus for the last time, they were ambushed by Gaia, and thus they fled inside her body to finish their fight. Kratos prevailed and stabbed Zeus through Gaia's heart, killing them both, but Zeus's vengeful spirit invaded Kratos' mind. Battling inside his own consciousness, Kratos finally came to forgive himself for the death of his family, and managed to vanquish Zeus with hope, the last power that reborn Athena granted him. With the battle over and most of the world destroyed, the reborn Athena returned, demanding that Kratos return her power so that she may rebuild the world and rule it. Still defiant, however, Kratos gnarled that he owed her nothing and impaled himself, releasing hope for all mankind to use. It is unknown whether Kratos died, but he granted humanity the greatest power ever known, thus leaving Athena, the only remaining Olympian, powerless.
God of War puts you directly into the shoes of a murderous Spartan warrior, capable of godlike feats of strength and power. It also puts you into the shoes of someone who has lost everything, except his thirst for revenge. Kratos was tricked into killing his own family, a horrific mistake that fills him with sorrow and tortures him with endless nightmares. This case of revenge is unique in that he has reason to hate Ares for tricking him into killing his wife and child, but he himself did the deed while brutally slaughtering an entire village. You have been disemboweling everything from centaurs to gorgons with almost psychotic brutality, but Kratos is on the verge of tears when he remembers what he must atone for. Kratos kills Ares, the person who caused his woes in the first game, and replaced him as the new god of war. The story follows the classic revenge tragedy formula from there, where Kratos loses something dear to him, he seeks vengeance upon his trespasser, and everything is consumed, including himself, in the cycle of retribution, because nothing can take his pain away. Kratos eventually kills almost every major god and titan from Greek mythology, usually in graphic cutscenes that end in dismemberment. He tries to commit suicide after the first game and succeeds at the end of the third, leaving not only Olympus in ruins, but the entire world. When he kills the major gods, there is a natural disaster that follows. The world has been struck by a tsunami and tidal wave, plague, an extinguished sun, the death of all plant life, and the release of every soul in the underworld. We keep saying that video games make you feel more connected to a character, but why do they? Well, what is going through your mind when you are killing a Greek god by repeatedly pressing a button that causes you to rip off his head? What about pummeling a dazed Poseidon beyond the point of death, while seeing yourself through Poseidon's own eyes, for a little while? The scene where you kill Zeus has you punching him until the screen turns red with blood. The thing is, you keep pressing the button. You keep beating the king of the gods into a pulp, even though you can't see him. It's this tactile feedback from your own actions that keeps you immersed in the scene. When you stop feeling involved in the game, you are forced back into the suspension of disbelief because the game doesn't play itself. Choices, actions, and emotions all matter and have impact. You are Kratos. You are killing the people that killed your family. The sense of relief or catharsis you experience is very satisfying.
After talking about the trilogy of God of War, I would like to introduce Warcraft 3. Blizzard Entertainment's Warcraft 3 is a traditional strategy game containing many RPG elements. This cross of play styles make its range plot, thrilling, and create an outstanding gaming experience. The protagonist, Arthas Menethil, was a prince of human kingdom called Lordaeron. However, the invasions of Lich King Snazar and his Scourge army tore the kingdom apart and corrupted their people. The outraged princes were to destroy the Scourge and give them vengeance. The Scourge can transform humans to undying warriors and make them become the Lich King's servants. Unfortunately, the main city of the Sardaukar in Lordaeron was infected by the Scourge plague, and the people who dwelled in the city began to transfer into undying ghosts. In order to defend his kingdom, Arthas decided to kill the humans in Sardaukar to prevent the Scourge from overwhelming them. Although he was a paladin, a champion of light, Arthas was overwhelmed by the revenge and forgot Paladin's dogma. His resentment made him kill many healthy people. Finally, the whole city became a heap of corpses. After that, Arthas was completely controlled by his desire for revenge and set off to find the help of a legendary Scourge, forced to mourn. However, this was a trap made by the most powerful demon in the Scourge. The Scourge was filled with the evil power, but the vengeful princess only cared about his revenge and sold his sour to the Lich King.
Damn the men! Nothing shall prevent me from having my revenge, old friend. Not even you. Now, I call out to the spirits of this place. I will give anything or pay any price if only you will help me save my people.
After he obtained this unholy power, he killed the demon who spared the pledge in the Sardamore.
The time for my vengeance has come.
What? He can't possibly mean to...
It is finished.
However, the revenge could not fill his resentful heart, and the evil power began to corrupt his soul and mind. And overwhelmed by the corruptions, he killed his teacher, Uther the Lightbringer.
Tread lightly.
And his loyal ally, Marauding. Finally, he killed his father, the king of Lordorans. The corruption grew until Arthas became the new Lich King, what he once called his worst enemy.
What are you doing, my son? Succeeding you, father.
Life is not fair. Even when we have laws, compared to the crime the criminal committed, their punishment seems too light. People can be very selfish and hurt you, but they don't have any bad conscience from their behavior. There is no omnipresent force of retribution to balance the scales. Laws cannot always find the justice for the victims. Most people are not able to exact revenge on their trespasser or really forgive someone who has harmed them. We need something to release our emotions. Therefore, video games are the perfect outlet for all of the feelings of hate, vengeance, and loss we experience. Video games almost become an emotional trash can. Warcraft and StarCraft, two most popular games, both choose revenge as the focus of the story. Furthermore, the story of the game tends to have the main character disgraced or destroyed at the end. When we have been betrayed, we somehow want to become a devil. A movie cannot provide this personal feeling of the revenge. In the movie, we just sit down and watch what the director wanted us to see. In the game, we can be depraved or violent to be the monster or killing machine, because they are evil or have wronged us. The pursuit of gratification is in our nature. As an example, in Warcraft 3, Arthas still chose to hold the sword, even though he already knew he would become the Lich King, an evil, corrupt entity. In other words, he was eager to be corrupted. It reflects most of the people's voices. Just give up the moral highland and become the devil to do what they want and indulge their desires.
Players are highly involved in the story and their actions in the game influence the fate of the character. The interaction gives the players an empathic link to their character. Different genres offer distinct emotions and experiences. There is an abundance of strategy and multi-control characteristics in RTS games. Because we are meticulously forming an army and arrange large groups of people, we find emotional alliance and a sense of the communities, so we can feel that our reasons for revenge are justified. Well, Personally, playing as Arthas and his allies in the campaign, I could feel Arthas' resentment. Killing the innocent humans and hearing their screams, I gradually understood the twisted emotions in the heart of Arthas. We cannot just randomly arrange our troops to fight our enemies. This singing process increases the sense of achievement as well as the sense of the mission to reach our goal, conquering the unfair world we call home. The best example in this game is the massacre in Stralsund. We have the two choices to complete the task. The easy way, killing all the humans before they are reanimated against us, even though they are still innocent. Or the impossible way, fighting against the demon and the undead citizens. If we choose the second way, the demon's troops become stronger and stronger, and it is nearly impossible to defeat such power. Therefore, we must order Arthas to kill the innocent people.
In conclusion, revenge is a popular theme in video games because games tend to be about adventures full of action and conflict. Games are very good at creating tension and building up connections to the world you are immersed in. You can lose yourself in a good game the same way you can in a great book or movie. Different games create various experiences. God of War gives you a very visceral vengeance that satisfies the primal urge to lash out at everything when someone unfairly harms you, while Warcraft 3 uses your faith in the character you control against you. Both heroes are consumed by their thirst for justice, but Arthas is completely consumed by his desire, using even corrupt power to do so. When he becomes what you once fought against, you go into battle against him with sorrow in your heart. Most games try to let you project yourself onto your character to increase the immersion in the virtual reality. This is why most protagonists have no voice acting, or first person so you can't see your face. You are the hero. Champion, underdog, but that person is yourself.